One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Ohio State's offense will have the football first. Those winged helmets flew up and down the field as Michigan won in a blowout last season.
It was a beatdown, and the team up north did some spanking to the team down south. And this was already talked about. This is already a rivalry that you get bragging rights. But when it's a one-sided beatdown, and you're Ohio State, and you had a year to simmer on this, you better respond.
Ohio State got spanked by giant powers, too. I mean, that was all over the place. And I'll tell you, Michigan, they came out on fire offensively. Explosive plays. They put their speed on display. They're going to try and do that again this game.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's McGooligan. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Buckeyes will snap it on first and 10. Unloads quickly. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him else.
Martinez looking to fire. Pucks it out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45 a lot of times. So many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
Wants to go up top. Looking for the score. Touchdown Buckeyes. Fired in from the red zone for the score. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
So Michigan's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off in defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make surface-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catch.
He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the catch down the right side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's first and 10 from the 40. On the move, it's Gentry. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Makes a pass to Marker. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Might as well stick with him. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. They've got the screen set up. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that person.
Trying to barge in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
They'll run play action. Into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
That last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. To the air on 1st down. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, a great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
And the Wolverines are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Immediately fires to the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the red zone, looking for a space. Works the middle of the field. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. They try to pop a run on the draw. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Breaks into the open. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Throws to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's McGooligan. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Fast completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Martinez will let it fly. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't going to happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too...
Touchdown, Ohio State! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gentry. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. From the gun, the ground game. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. On the run, it's Gentry. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. See that maize in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get 1st downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Got his man! And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. A strike downfield. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
And the Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
That's frustrating as a defense because you got to stop the run. There's a good chance they're running the football here in this situation, trying to punch it in the end zone. You're trying to go to the half with a little bit of momentum. This defense just couldn't make the play to get off the field.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Martinez looking to fire. Got his man on the right. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got his man. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on 1st down. He makes the grab. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And it's no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. 2 teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Michigan offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about...
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled his fingers. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to...
He's got it on the left. Running over the middle. Touchdown, Wolverines. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They get him a rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Martinez will let it fly. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Bring it out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in, looking for space. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. To the air on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Might be looking to run. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Just a short pass to the tight end. Turning it on. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
Makes the grab on the left. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, on 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the 1st down.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They built a comfortable lead, and
Hail to the victors has been playing. This team has handled the moment, handled the game, as well as any Michigan team we've seen. They know every year this will be a fight, but Michigan has brought it, and Ohio State hasn't responded.
And I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the second half. I love the way they've mixed in the run with the pass offensively. Defensively, they're doing a great job communicating. They're just the more locked-in team here late in the game.
Martinez looking to fire. Makes the catch. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems... Great rhythm right now.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this...
Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. He's up to 73 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. The give. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Pushes for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Learn from other guys. You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll go back to the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. On the move, he fires. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Finds his big tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to scramble. That's it, 5. Zips it out to his man. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverine. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. Martinez will let it fly. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. It's complete on the right side. Tackled there by the defense.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Big noise. Big house. Trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. From the gun. Wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Bulldozes his way through. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time.
There he goes. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
Rolls and fires complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Now from inside the red zone. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Martinez looking to fire. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Gonna look downfield again. Touchdown, Ohio State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Completes it in the middle. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Clock winds down with a 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. He'll pull it down. Breaks it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're... salt this game away.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Martinez will let it fly. They're setting up the screen. At the 35, he's open. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
With the catch, it's Stewart. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass on second down. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. The Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Looking to throw again. Gets it out fast. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Snagged out of the air. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. So here comes the Michigan offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Looking for more room. The 20. He's at the 10. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. So this likely just to get the final score a little bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll go for two here. Martinez looking to fire. He's got it in the end zone for the two as they draw a little closer. Here's the situation. First they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker will try to give them a little more cushion on this lead. And they didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. They cross out all of the M's on campus. They call them the school up north. But this year, Ohio State will have to call Michigan the victors in the game as they plant their flag in this rivalry for another year. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.